Alright. Here we go, back again with another episode here on the other side of the coin. Hey guys, welcome to the other side of the coin. We spent so much time talking about transfer rumors and players that the club intends to bring, so on and so forth. But there's one particular player that we've already got, and I believe in social media we don't talk enough about this particular player and how this player could help our football club. And that particular player is Hakim Ziyech. Now, I want to speak about how Hakim, what he could possibly bring to Chelsea Football Club, which particular players that he could possibly help out. There was, just recently Peter Crouch made some comments about that, so I want to elaborate on that. And I just want to talk about, where I see him sort of play in different positions for us and what he could mean to, certain teams that we struggled this season to break down. So first of all, there was some news yesterday that the Dutch league will be cancelled. Most likely will be cancelled. I'm not really sure if it's cancelled or not, but it's most likely to be cancelled, which now means the very next game Ziyech plays will be with the Chelsea jersey. Now, whether that's this season, I don't think it can be. The season actually has to end in England, and then only in the next season Ziyech can play for us. But I don't know the ins and outs of the whole rules and regulations around that. Ziyech this season, I've actually probably started noticing Ziyech probably season before last season. Last season obviously with the Champions League run that they had, which was fantastic. He got a lot of people's eyes, not just himself. The Ajax team as a whole caught many people's eyes, but I probably started seeing Ziyech a lot more this season before that. I simply adored the way he would, play on the right and drift nice, in, and that classic left foot that he had. It's not as great as Arjen Robben's. Robben's one's probably, top notch, but nonetheless, it's not that far away from it either. Last season he lit up the Champions League with epic performances, and then he's plenty of goals, plenty of assists in the Dutch league as well. This season in all club competitions he's had 18 assists and 9 goals. It's just phenomenal numbers. I know he plays for a very, very strong club in a probably not that strong league, but nonetheless, the quality of this player is fantastic. So Chelsea finally, put the whole deal together. Not during the January transfer window, actually. It was post that. It was somewhere around the February mark. And, we bought him for £37 million, which is, I feel, is such a bargain in this day and age with all the prices that we're hearing from other players. For example, Declan Rice, somewhere touted around, 50 to 60 million pounds. Someone like Ben Chilwell is about 60 to 65 million pounds. I know different positions to Ziyech, but some of these prices are just crazy. And of course, those players are English players, so could be, the inflation of those players could be a bit different. Now, having said that, 37 million, massive bargain. 5-year contract, 27 at the moment, which I feel to me is, for me that's a peak age. 27 is when you start, you've got complete control of your body. You know exactly what your body is capable of, and you know exactly what you can produce. So 27, you're mature as well. You're not a young player. You're in that mature section, and it's a 5-year contract. So we should hopefully see the best years of Hakim Ziyech from here on in. I know he's done so much already, but I feel we're going to see so much more during the next 5 years. I feel this could be his prime years. So now moving from the situation of us buying Hakim Ziyech for a very, very cheapish price. Now let's talk about, how do I picture him playing for us in Chelsea? Now, many have been screaming out for the 4-3-3 formation. In a 4-3-3 formation, I feel he could play two positions here. He could play, one of the three, which would be on the right side as a winger, or he could even play as a three in the midfield, being on the right side. The reason why I would prefer him on the right side is, as like everyone else, it's because of his left.
Перехвате. Ну, смотрите, почти без середины играют. Удар какой! И Голешник!
To drift on the right and then cut back in and then whip in either a shot or even a cross, where other wingers, the left winger could come in, or even the striker could come in, for either a header or a tap in, so on and so forth. And he brings a lot of versatility from the left side, cutting in and linking up play more centrally. It just opens up everything as soon as he cuts back in. It allows for the fullbacks to overlap as well. It just opens a different dimension of our game. The other thing that he does quite well is he drops deep to progress the build-up play, which allows at times for him to pick up the ball from deep and then whip in some long balls. If, for example, we have Giroud next season again, even if it's not Giroud, even if with Tammy, leading the line, he could play the long ball, and with Tammy's the tall structure that he has, he can hopefully link up with other players in and around him. So that's probably where I picture him in a 4-3-3. In a 4-2-3-1, I could picture him playing once again in the wing section, the three on top. So obviously he's not. I don't think he'll be in the pivot. It's just not his role. So it'll be the 4-2 in the 3, where he could play either the central attacking midfield role or the right wing role. So either or, he would be fantastic in it. I think he could play the central attacking midfield role as well.
Here's Tadic teeing up the beautiful effort and an early goal. Ziyech with it. It hasn't taken.
Able to drop deep, see different plays. He's got the passing range. 18 assists, as I've mentioned, this season already. So he's got an eye, the vision to assist for goals, and he's got the vision to, pick out a really, really key pass. So those are the areas that I see him really, really improve us. Specifically when we play the low block teams that sit deep. He's got the ability to just whip in a shot out of nowhere. We've seen plenty of times, so many screamers from him. But not just that, he could open up the play by whipping in, just very, very surprising crosses, cutting back in and hopefully finding the runs of other wingers like Pulisic and Calvert-Lewin, or even Tammy Abraham if he sort of drifts a bit to the side. And Peter Crouch just came out not that long ago talking about this particular thing, that, Ziyech has this ability to create stuff out of nothing, and he was mentioning that two players that he believes that could help out in this situation is Tammy Abraham and Mason Mount, which got me thinking. And it makes sense to a certain point where, if he's drifting in from the right and cutting in, either Tammy could header it or score himself, or he could lay it off for Mason Mount. I just tweeted not that long ago how Tammy, there was a goal against Aston Villa where he chests the ball down and Mount just crashes that in first time. So I could see something like that where, Ziyech crossing it in, Tammy just holding up the play for Mount, and Mount is just going to be in and around Tammy so that he can put those balls away. So yeah, I think I definitely agree with Peter Crouch's comments in regards to that, where he could improve those players, but he could improve many other players around him. Ziyech is an experienced player. He's played in the highest level of Champions League, and he's been operating at a very, very high level of European football for a very long time as well. So, we've been rumoured that, likes of Willian and Pedro, most likely they're going to leave the club, I feel. So an experienced head to just guide the youngsters would be fantastic. So all in all, this is a fantastic signing from Chelsea, and a very, very smart, astute business from them. £37 million. I cannot wait for next season for him to really light up the Premier League. He's not going to be an out-and-out Hazard replacement, but hopefully he'll come closer. See ya.